After turning Kenya into France's neo-colonial dumping ground by hosting Macron's Africa Forward circus, William Ruto now wants to make it America's medical waste bin. The Ruto administration agreed to host American citizens exposed to Ebola in DRC, Uganda, and South Sudan on Kenyan soil for treatment and quarantine. Let that sink in. The US government won't let its own citizen back home because it's too dangerous. But Kenya is rushing to say, send them over. For how much? $13.5 million. That figure is right there on the site of the US State Department's official website. No shame whatsoever. And here's the kicker. Who was supposed to build the quarantine site? The US military. Who was going to treat the patients? American doctors. So if you have the engineers, the doctors, and the money, why not just bring your people home? I'll tell you why. With 3 examples. Grab your drinks. Example 1, Djibouti, 1991. Somalia collapses, hunger, civil war, chaos. The US launches Operation Restore Hope in 1992, officially humanitarian. Troops arrive in Djibouti, infrastructure gets built, agreements get signed, American military personnel settle in. Temporarily, officially. 10 years later, Camp Lemonnier opens, 200 hikers, permanent US military base between 3,500 and 5,000 personnel. Still there today. From temporary humanitarian mission to permanent military command in 10 years, flat. Example 2, Uganda and Central Africa, 2008. Joseph Kony's LRA is terrorizing Uganda, DRC, CAR, and South Sudan. Child abduction, massacre, mass displacement, real suffering. American NGOs move in, medical teams arrive, light infrastructure goes up, airstrips, communication posts, logistic depots for the humanitarian effort. Then in October 2011, Obama announces 100 military advisors to hunt Kony. They land in areas already mapped and equipped by 3 years of American humanitarian programs. The 100 become 300s. Permanent light base establish themselves in Entebbe, Obo, Dungu, and Zara. Kony is never caught, the mission never ends, and the bases stay. Bonus example, Typhoon Haiyan, Philippines, November 2013. Marines arrived with food and 5 months later, a permanent military agreement is signed. 5 months, they are getting faster. The pattern is always the same, 5 phases. Real crisis, American military built infrastructure, temporarily, American personnel embed locally, financial agreements create dependency, and then permanence. The base exists, it has a name, a budget, a command, and it was never temporary. Djibouti, Uganda, Philippines, Kenya, same sequence, different pretext. Fortunately, Kenya's High Court saw what Ruto pretends not to see or deliberately accepted. The same court that already suspended the America First Global Health Strategy last year stepped in again Friday morning, suspending the Ebola deal as, and I quote, an imminent threat to life and public safety, unquote. The Katiba Institute, a public interest litigation organization, brought the case to court. I have deep respect for Kenya's civil society, always vigilant, and for this court, which has proven to be the true guardian of the Kenyan people's interest, unlike a government that has clearly chosen to serve foreign interest. But the snake isn't dead. The suspension is temporary. And when I woke up this morning, I saw that the US State Department, officially notified of the court's ruling, posted on X that it intends to keep pushing. A sovereign Kenyan court says no, but Washington publicly says it doesn't care. That's called contempt for sovereignty. Remember this. It applies to the entire continent. Like, share, and comment, so the next time an African government signs that kind of deal in the dark, They know someone is watching, someone is documenting, someone will shine a light on it. What's happening in Kenya today is coming to a country near you. Unless African peoples decide that their land, their health, their dignity, their sovereignty are not for sale. Not for 13.5 million, not for any price. Peace out.